hope. AKA it's a great day everyone. Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome to my channel and I hope you're here to stay, and even if you're not, make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Thank you. As you guys know, I am going to be traveling to South Korea in less than a month now, and I'm very excited. Josh and Sharon and I have been counting down the days. Given the fact that we're going to be there for 4 months, there has been a lot of planning and preparing that I've had to do, and certain things that I've been packing here and there as the time goes by. So I figured, why not make a little tips video on kind of like things to pack, things to prepare, things to do before you're going to be studying abroad or traveling abroad to South Korea, or even in general. These tips can be used if you're traveling anywhere, I think. Some of these tips might be more specific to South Korea, but these tips are pretty much if you're planning on traveling, things that you have to do, things that you have to prepare. So why don't we get right into it? Let's go. The first thing that I want to talk about is packing, and for that I'm actually going to bring you guys right over to my current suitcase that has all the toiletries and necessities, and kind of explain a little bit and show you guys, and then go into further detail on the 2 more important things that I'm packing and why I'm packing them. Okay, so here's my suitcase, and I still have a couple more things that I have to throw in here, and some of the things aren't really important, like the tea that's in here that I just drink every day, so I bought a huge box of it. The hair dryer I bought in Korea 2 years ago, so I figured why not just bring it again because I don't need a converter for the plug. And then the pillow is more specific to people who are studying abroad because our dorm is not going to supply us with bedding, so one of the things that I had to bring is my pillow. And then, well, I actually bought a pillow so I wouldn't have to bring mine, and then sheets and whatnot and stuff like that. So the 2 more important things that are in here right now, please ignore everything else, are the feminine products and the deodorant. And I'm going to actually go into why these things are more important right now. In regards to the deodorant and feminine products, the reason why I think these are the 2 most important things that I have packed right now are because one of the things that you have to consider when you're packing for Korea are what can you get and what, well, more or less, what is more accessible and what is less accessible in the country that you're going to be traveling to. So for example, I'm going to talk about the deodorant first, and then I'm going to talk about the feminine products. And so if you are not a female and you're watching this and you don't want to hear about all this feminine, you know, time of the month stuff, then after I talk about the deodorant, I'll put a timestamp for you to skip forward to pass over the feminine product explanation. But before I go into that, there will be things that you cannot get at the country that you are studying abroad in, and I'm sure that you guys already know this, obviously, but I would kind of just find out what things are either a lot more expensive over there and you're not going to want to pay an arm and a leg for it because it's considered a foreign product there, or what is not as common over there, and that's when we're going to go into the deodorant. I'm not going to say that I have all this scientific evidence and that I've done all this research, but in general, deodorant isn't as easily accessible in South Korea, and if it is accessible, they're going to have a couple, and it's going to be more expensive than you buying it in your home country. So if I were to buy a deodorant in South Korea, it would be more expensive and it would be harder to find. So basically what it comes down to is that many of them, if not most of them, do not need deodorant at all, just because of the compound that's in their body. They don't need it, so because of that, it's going to be harder for you to find. If you do find it, it's going to be more expensive, and you might even not be able to find the brand that you use because some deodorants don't work for everybody. If you have a specific deodorant that you like, that works for you, I would just bring it. Now I'm going to jump into the feminine products. So if you are not interested in this and not a female and you don't have to worry about it, I would skip forward to this timestamp wherever I put it and go up to the next section of the video. So hello females, you guys know what's good, and I'm not gonna say that you can't get feminine products in Korea because Koreans are humans too. Korean females are females too, but if I can remember correctly, I'm not gonna hold this 100%, don't hold me accountable for this, and I'm not sure if this is 100% true. I went there 2 years ago, things could have changed, but I'm pretty sure, if I can remember, when I went to Korea 2 years ago, the intensity of the feminine product that they had, they didn't really have very like high intensity products. So what I mean by that is, you know how we have like regular, we have like super plus, and now we have ultra. They would probably have like regular and light and like maybe super, but I don't really think that they had like super plus and like ultra. Like this is just from what I remember. Like I said, things have changed, maybe they have it now, but I just want to play it safe. So one of the things that I did is I stocked up on feminine products. I pretty much bought whatever I would need for that 4 months so that I wouldn't have to worry about buying it. And this is just me playing it safe because, like I said, I don't 100% remember, but as far as I remember, they didn't really have products that were for heavier flows, and I have a really heavy flow, so I figured play it safe, get what I would need for 4 months, and call it a day. And another thing that I would do is that if you have really bad cramps or like, you know, bloating and anything like that, and you know that there's a medicine that works for you, like if you know that there's a painkiller that works for you, like for example Midol doesn't work for me, but Pampered Max works for me perfectly. Like if I take it, I don't feel anything and I'm perfectly fine. I would just play it safe and bring that with you as well. So next I'm going to go into things to do when you're preparing to study abroad, and these are things that you kind of have to do regardless. So these aren't things that are my preference on what you should do. The first thing that you have to do is make sure that you contact your banking institutes and credit card companies and stuff like that, and let them know that you're going to be studying abroad. So for example, I have a couple of credit cards and then I do have a bank account, so I have yet to do this and I need to do it this weekend because I keep forgetting and stuff. But make sure that you call your banking institute and your credit card companies and let them know that you're going to be studying abroad and that you're not going to be in the US, because if you do go to another country and you start, you know, swiping your card, you might get declined because they're going to assume that someone maybe stole your credit card information, or someone like got a hold of your debit card or something like that, or your banking information, and it's just making bank on your card. So make sure that you call your companies to let them know, hey, I'm studying abroad for whatever months. You can even, I think even specifically you should give them the date. Hey, I'll be studying abroad from February 25th until like June 25th. So I just wanted to let you guys know that it'll be me that's using my card and not some random person that got a hold of my information. These are my tips for people that are going to be studying abroad, and more so tips for people that will be studying abroad and or traveling to South Korea. I would familiarize yourself with the area around your school, especially if you've never been there before. Obviously you will be able to walk around and like, you know, check out what's out, but I would like suggest that you maybe go on Google Maps or just go online. I'm kind of looking around to see if there's any department stores around the campus, mainly because when me and my friends get to our dorms, there's still a couple of things that we have to buy that we're not worrying too much about buying here. Also because we don't want to like make our luggage too heavy. So I'm wondering, like, is there a department store for us to just go by quick? Are we gonna have to take like a subway like to 2 stations away just to like, you know, grab a couple of things, which isn't a big deal, but I would just familiarize yourself with the area around you, especially if you're someone that likes cafes. Check out what cafes are around, if you know you're gonna eat right away, what kind of food's around, stuff like that. Unless you're gonna be lazy like us and probably order food, because that's something that we're probably gonna do. Another thing that I would do is find out how to get from the airport to your dorm or to wherever you have to go. And this is also because there's so many different ways for you to get from the airport to wherever you have to be. And you can take a taxi, you can take the subway, I think you can take the bus, but more importantly you can take the taxi, you can take the subway. And because of that, you might want to check out, you know, how to take the bus in Korea or how to take the subway in Korea. So like, I already know how to take the subway in Korea, so my friends are set. I actually went ahead and went on this app that's called Subway Korea. This is what the app picture looks like. I highly recommend that you get this app because it is pretty much what helped me get around 2 years ago on the subway. Like, it shows you exactly what stops you have to take if you're going from one place to another, how many stops there are. If you have to transfer at a station, it shows you where to transfer. It tells you like what times the subways are coming, it pretty much, like, all you have to put is where you're departing from and where you want to arrive to, and it'll give you everything, and it'll even give you the fare. And so I highly recommend that you get that app. So even though I know how to take the subway in Korea, I have never gone from the airport to that part of Korea before. So I had made sure that I looked up, you know, how to get from Incheon Airport to Grand Children's Park, or Children's Grand Park or something like that, and it showed me how much it is, how long it'll take, and that'll also help you to plan the rest of your day, because for example our subway ride is going to be like an hour and a half, so I figured it's going to be pretty late when we get to our dorm. Are we really going to feel like eating out? Are we really going to feel like going out? Stuff like that. And another thing with that is make sure that you know the directional phrases, or like, you know, basic Korean that will allow you to get from the subway to your dorm. Make sure that you know how to ask maybe where's the subway station, because I personally don't know where the subway station is from the airport, if it's connected, if I have to take like a little shuttle. So when I get there, the first thing that I'm gonna have to ask someone is, where is the subway station? If you're thinking about taking a taxi, because I think taking a taxi is the easiest way to get from the airport to wherever you have to go, just know how to tell your taxi driver where you're going. You can't just like jump up in the taxi and be like, Gangnam. I mean, you could probably show them where you want to go, but you know, you should get up in there and be like, 안녕하세요, 강남역으로 crap. You should go in there, be nice, and be like, 안녕하세요, 강남역으로 가주세요. That's really what I wanted to mention in this video, was about packing and things that you should do to prepare if you are studying or traveling or going abroad. Mainly because there are things that you can forget, and it's nice to have a person here to remind you, oh hey, don't forget to call your bank people, or make sure that you learn how to get from point A to point B. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to see more tip videos on pretty much anything, it doesn't have to be just about traveling abroad to Korea, it could be about anything, but just because that's currently what I'm preparing for, I figured why not make videos on it to share with you guys. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, because it actually does something. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. If it's currently red, it should be gray, just like my sweater. Make sure the subscribe button matches my sweater. And also feel free to share this video and leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.